Service level agreement. Service level agreement is an agreement or a contract between service provider and their customers. Here in this agreement, the customer sets an expectation from the service provider and all the terms and conditions will be listed and same will be followed and agreed mutually by the parties. This agreement will be legally binding on the parties who signs the agreement based on the duration of the agreement. For example, if the agreement is signed for the duration of 5 years, then the agreement will be binding on the parties till the duration of 5 years. If the agreement is signed till the term of completion of the service by the service provider, then the agreement will be binding on the parties till the completion of service. In case of any disputes between the parties, the service provider and the customer, and then the agreement will be binding on the parties and the dispute shall be resolved based on the terms and conditions agreed by the parties. The parties to the agreement cannot act beyond the scope agreed in the service level agreement. In case if the parties wants to act beyond the scope agreed in the agreement, then the same shall be in writing in the form of supplementary agreement, then that should be mutually agreed and signed by the parties. If the parties wants to change any terms and conditions in the agreement, then they want to sign amendment agreement, then that should be also agreed and signed mutually by the parties. The major points to be covered in the service level agreements are parties details, list of details to be provided by the service provider, term of agreement, payment details, jurisdiction, confidentiality clause, arbitration clause, remedies in case of default by the parties, governing law. It is not mandatory to register the service level agreement. It is sufficient that agreement to be printed in the letterhead of service provider and it should be signed by both the parties. For any legal doubts and legal clarifications, kindly do contact Kanakkupillai.com.